All right, there's some news that I wanted to share on the blog, but I want to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to provide you with a little video, comments, thoughts, and some feedback on the news of Shopify announcing in their Shopify Editions version this year, released term loans and lines of credit for their Shopify store owners. So exclusively for Shopify store owners, a huge benefit. When you're starting an e-commerce store, there are certain things that you got to look for. And the big companies, top e-commerce sites, have most of them. What now separates Shopify a little bit from some of the others, their lending portfolio, as you can see on the screen now. So term loans, they've had advances for a while, capital loans they call it, and cash advances, term loans and lines of credit. So for a lot of brokers, why is this relevant? Well, it may not be too much in regards to your lead flow, and you're generating leads for e-commerce store owners and Shopify specifically. The market, they have over 1.7 million people on their store owners on their platform. Okay, so US, Canada. It does take away from some other specialty, financing for e-commerce stores that Shopify owners would have to go elsewhere to seek. If they didn't want the advance from Shopify, they'd have to go elsewhere. So where do they go? They go to either really anywhere else, right? So that market's now taken away a little bit now for these term loans and lines of credit they can offer in-house. It's also interesting because Sellersify, Amazon just partnered for a line of credit product that they're offering. So Amazon and Shopify a little bit different, but still, similar in the sense of e-commerce and on the platform. Shopify, you have more control over it, and the payment data and so forth, they both have. So that's the huge part of this. If you're thinking in the macro, why with interest rates where they are, Shopify offering term loans and lines of credit, because it all comes back to the data. When they have your store, they know what you're doing. You're tied to them. The likelihood of you paying back, I'm sure the loss rates are super low. I can probably look that up somewhere. But now with these two new products, you have multiple options to choose from. So they don't mention on the site the interest rates. They do talk about the maximum. So you can see here the maximum on the credit limit and $5 million on the term loan. They go to 12 months on the term loans. Credit line is a revolving credit line, so you pay it 6 months at a time. You draw down, you pay it back, another 6 months each time you draw down. So it'll you're going to have that credit available once it's paid off, and then they'll continuously update to see if you're available for more credit or if they even have to close your account. Nothing earth-shattering else in the press release on their websites. Technology looks good, so if you go back here, scroll down a little bit, you can have some nice features as far as, customizing your offers. It's going to pop up in your dashboard, the flex line of credit. And then, I think everything that, Shopify is going to do is going to have to be competitive with the market. So I'm imagining they're going to have pretty good rates and terms beyond what they are saying here. And so if you're a Shopify, seller, you're pretty happy right now. This is huge for a business owner to have access to credit. And if you're thinking about starting an e-commerce store, Shopify would be pretty much my first choice. There's other great ones out there, including, Wix, but they don't have a lending platform yet. E-commerce, all those others, they're good, but Shopify is setting themselves apart. A little note, their stock is up 59% in the last year. Nothing really doing today, but they're certainly a company that is continually rising.